In a recent interview after another loss, the Lakers are struggling right now. Head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, Luke Walton, he spoke on that passion and fire that he needs from his young guys, very talented young top prospects, Lonzo Ball and Brandon Ingram. He said, they're trying, but they're young. At some point, we need more passion. We need more fight. And that's not scoring more. That's more diving for loose balls, communicating loudly, and grabbing rebounds. Brandon had some really nice crackback rebounds tonight that we can go out and run from. We need that at all times from him. So it's not just them, but it's until we get healthy again. You've got to play in this league with some passion and fire. It's hard to win in this league when you're healthy. So you need to double that effort when guys are down. How's everybody doing? I'm yours truly, Mr. Telephone. Man, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I get why the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, Luke Walton, made that statement. Time's a ticking. And what happened was LeBron James' injury just pretty much made that timetable expedite, right? In my opinion, I'm shocked that Luke Walton got past December as the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers team. Remember, when LeBron signed with the Lakers, don't think about who was there with him at his crib that night. Think about who was not there. The people who were present. From what I know, Magic Johnson and LeBron James sat in one of his cribs in Los Angeles, in California rather, and they agreed on a deal. Generally speaking, the head coach is present in those type of conversations if you believe the head coach is a part of the long-term plan. I don't believe Magic Johnson nor LeBron James have Luke Walton as the head coach of this team long-term. As a matter of fact, Magic, I know for a fact, wants to bring in his guy. Magic didn't hire Luke Walton. Luke Walton was there before Magic took over as VP. So you got to understand, you want your crack with your guy. That's generally how it goes as a GM or VP. You want your guy in the mix. Luke is not their guy. I actually like Luke the coach. I think he's done a decent job. But I will acknowledge this. I just don't think the vocal passion is there from him. I need more passion. Tom Thibodeau just got fired, right? You say what you want about Thibodeau. I see nothing but pure passion from him when he's on that sidelines. I just don't see it from Luke. Too many times he's sitting down, not calling timeouts, not airing guys out. And again, I know he's got a chill personality. I'm not saying he doesn't love the game. He's calling his young bulls out for their passion and fire. A lot of nights, I don't see it from Luke on the sidelines. Like Phil Jackson is one thing. Phil Jackson, he didn't stand up a lot. He didn't air teammates out a lot, at least during games. A lot of times he let Kobe and Shaq and Mike and Scotty play through a lot of bad situations, right? He just let them play through it instead of calling timeout. Play through it. Right? Now, I know he wouldn't be doing that as much today in today's game if you had Steph Curry and Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson knocking down threes left and right. The game would be over within like 3 minutes. But in the early 2000s, late 90s, Phil would just let guys play through with it. He could get away with that because he was winning rings. Luke, you ain't done nothing in this league as a head coach, brother. All right? So you need to get up and show some passion. Even if you're getting blown out, you need to get up and fake it or something. So I think it's ironic that Luke called out his guys for passion, Brandon Ingram and Lonzo Ball. Is he right about their passion? 100%. A lot of times you don't know if you're winning by 20 or losing by 20 with Lonzo Ball and Brandon Ingram. I hate guys like that. Not literally hate them, but I hate playing with guys like that. Like Kerr. I had a young homie of mine, right? I went to go watch his game. He's young. He's like 17, 18 years old. I went to go watch one of his AAU games a few months ago. His team lost by 20. Again, meaningless AAU game, not a lot of people in the gym. His team lost by 20. At the end of the game, he thought his team was winning the whole time. Do you know how disengaged you got to be to think your team is winning by 20 when you're actually losing by 20? That's the facial expressions Lonzo and Brandon Ingram give me. I don't know if they're up 20 or down 20. I need to be able to differentiate that. Again, Chris Paul, he's passionate when you're down 20 or up 20. I'm fine with that. But to not know, like, yo, it seems like they're cool with losing when they're down 20. Nope, I can't. And a lot of times B.I. and Lonzo look like that. Here's what Luke's trying to do. He realizes what I realize. Okay, LeBron is hurt. He's been hurt a lot longer than we expected. He's supposed to be out the rest of this week and hopefully be back around Martin Luther King Day. Okay, Bron is hurt. Wow. Bron is out. Kyle Kuzma is hurt. We're going to lose a lot of basketball games. The only way I keep my job at this point in the game is if we go ahead and make a move. Because if you go make a move, right? Let's say they go trade Brandon Ingram. Let's say they package Brandon Ingram and Lonzo for Kemba Walker. His contract is up at the end of the year. Let's say the Lakers go get a star, and Kemba Walker's a star to me. It's going to be tough to fire Luke Walton if the Lakers make it to the Western Conference Finals and go 6 games with the Warriors with Kyle Kuzma, LeBron, and Kemba Walker. Are they expected to do that? Nah, I doubt they give up on this attempt to go get Anthony Davis. They need those assets to go get Anthony Davis. That's what they're set on. I'm just saying, I know why Luke is starting to put it out there in the atmosphere. We need more passion and fire from these guys. Because the trade deadline, it's not the middle of February anymore. It's the first week in February. He's like, yo, my clock is ticking. And my chance to get new players in to prove my stance here in the last 3-4 months of the season is ticking. He knows that clock is ticking on his time in Los Angeles. If they continue to struggle, they're out the playoffs right now if it started today. If they continue to struggle, if LeBron's injury appears to be much more than what we thought it was, I guarantee you this, as soon as the Lakers season ends, whether it's at the end of the regular season or the first round of the playoffs, he won't be back next year, and he knows that. He needs to turn it around, whether it's calling out his young guys or getting one of those guys traded. He needs to do something. I'm telling you right now, I believe Magic Johnson is going to pick those young guys over Luke, not because he loves Lonzo or Brandon Ingram right now, because he loves the possibility of getting Anthony Davis right now. So he's not going to trade. He'll give up on Luke, the coach, before he gives up on Brandon Ingram and Lonzo. So what I'm pretty much telling y'all is Luke Walton's going to get fired one way or the other. It's just really that simple. Unless the Lakers somehow, some way beat Golden State this year. That's it. That's pretty much it. In the playoffs, that's pretty much it. Or I'll say get to the Western Conference Finals. If they got to the Western Conference Finals this year, I believe Luke could keep his job. Other than that, there's no way. I came from nothing, but I want everything God has for me. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I still represent the culture.
Got the kids, they are now tuned in.
Yo, we locked in right now, Mr.
Telefera.
Shout out to Mr. Telefera.
You watching Mr. Telefera TV.
Mr. Telefera TV, here with the Triple B's, you can't do nothing but win.